Hey everybody, my name is Angela and I'm joined here tonight by Deborah Lahman. We are of the Living Well Now leadership team, and we are so glad that you're taking time to either listen to this recording or join us tonight for our intro to the Young Living business. This opportunity has changed our lives in the last 5 years. And we're grateful to my mom who got started with Young Living actually this month.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
12 years ago, exactly, August of '06. It's 2018. It's like, whoa. Yep. So that was awesome. I'm reminded tonight that you usually do hashtag replay.
But we're not in a live, right? We're not on a live Facebook video either.
But I think for me, the hashtag replay is that every day we make a choice. And we make a choice how we're going to inspire others and how we're also going to integrate essential oils into our lifestyle. And so for me, that has been the value of the last 12 years. And, Ange and Andrea like to say, well, we really didn't get started in the business till 2012. And as I begin to continue to, people ask me, tell me the story from the beginning, we were able to get to executive and senior stars doing it as a hobby, part-time, because we know how to build community. And I feel like that this Intro to the Biz class is a great way that you can bring people to the community and for them to see that they're part of a bigger vision for the business opportunity if they choose. So I just want to do a shout out that we do have an amazing community, and Cheryl Madigan, you are part of that community from New Hampshire. And so I feel blessed that we've been able to meet people from all over the world via this lifestyle.
For sure. Thank you. So to get started tonight, I'm going to, for those of you who are watching this on Zoom and using the video conferencing feature, I'm going to just show this slideshow to help us stay on track, because this is a great visual for those of you looking at it. Of how we are typically taught to understand our life cycle. So if you look at Lifestyle 1, you can see that from 0 to 25, and this is how I was raised. I went to school. I even attended college. I learned skills there that I was going to use to work in a job for a really, really, really long time. My parents had both been teachers, education focused for my whole life. And so that was kind of what I was modeling my life over at that point. And so working hard for 40 years to and eventually be able to collect a retirement pension and then be able to enjoy life at that magic age of 65. Now, Mom, you're 4 days away from hitting that magic age of 65. And if you had worked up for the last 40 years to this point, what would that have been like for you?
Well, that would be part of Lifestyle 1, where you are on a fixed income. If you have a pension, or if you set aside money for investments, and or if you are drawing Social Security, those are fixed income. And so as you see on this lifestyle, that could have been my journey. I did not choose that.
So again, most people find that fixed income isn't quite enough to live their dreams. Their health is in decline. And I'm grateful to say that early on, my mom and dad realized there was another way to diversify their portfolios and create income in other ways so that they could live life on their terms more easily. So if we look at Lifestyle 2, this was another model I was given to attend school, learn the skills I needed to, work super hard, but then I also learned that if I worked smart for a short amount of time, 4 or 5 years, we call it the 4-year career in network marketing, this profession, and worked really smart on my goals, then I could start to enjoy life on my terms. And I'm super excited that this has happened for me in my early 40s, because now I have opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise had I stayed in the classroom. And I'll tell you a little bit more about my story later. But right now, I want to transition you into understanding why this business works and how Young Living is a great representative of that. So we are part of the wellness and beauty industry. We are slated to be $1 trillion industry by 2025, that wellness and beauty. Everyone's looking for the ways to stay younger, ways to stay healthy for longer. And so we're spending a lot of money in that category. And Young Living offers natural wellness with essential oils, but also oil-infused supplements and nutrition products, natural household cleaning products. We have makeup and personal care items, also products that are formulated for kids and babies specifically. Our company's been in business 25 years. We're in 74 countries, and we top annually $1.5 billion. It's safe to say that business is really booming for our company. We have people on our team that make hundreds of dollars a month, thousands of dollars a month, and tens of thousands of dollars a month. And so when we consider what that does to change a family's life, it's super important for us to ask people, what has that journey been like when you've been thinking big, believing big, acting big, and then having big results? And that's where I want to invite Cheryl to give her story tonight on the call, because when Cheryl and I first met 5 years ago now, and you'll say more about this, I'm sure, she was one of the first people who came to me and said, I really think I can share this with other people and build a business. And I was like, well, then I better get on my game and figure this out. And so we've worked long distance together. We've had several in-person times, but most of our work has been over the phone or online. I'm grateful for the leader that Cheryl is. She's a silver, consistently sharing her passion for health and wellness in very natural and or authentic ways online. She's built amazing communities with people, and she happens to be one of the administrators of our Living Well Now lifestyle group as well. So she also helps our team, our whole 14,000 strong team, learn about ways to talk about oils and using oils compliantly in our lives. So Cheryl, thank you so much for being on the call tonight. Tell us a little bit about building your dream.
Hi guys, thanks for having me. My name is Cheryl Madigan. I live in Southern New Hampshire. I'm a silver leader, and I started with Young Living in 2014. So for me, I came to Young Living as a person who had a lot of health issues in the past, and conventional medical system really had failed me. So for me, natural health practices really, it literally saved me from a lifetime of misery. And I became very passionate about natural health and healthy living. So I came to Young Living. It was sort of like the icing on the cake for me, and it gave me more tools that I needed to take care of my health and my family's health. And I'm talking about non-serious, non-emergency type things. And it gave me the ability to take care of a lot of that stuff at home. And I really care about how I spend my consumer dollars and the quality of ingredients that are in my products. So Young Living really hits all of those points that I'm looking for in a company that I want to support. And the more that I experience with them and the more that I learn, the more I love them. So starting a business for me was really natural. It was an easy choice. And it helped give me purpose beyond being the stay-at-home mom, which is basically what I was for a couple of years. I have 2 daughters that are 10 and 8. And for me, the flexibility is ideal. It's really ideal. And now, 4.5 years later, I'm going to be adding a new title to my repertoire, and that's going to be homeschooling mom. So the flexibility is going to be even more important and more ideal now. So for me, the business really adds value into my family because it allows us to pay for a boatload of really trustworthy Young Living products that we love and use every day, all through our house. My whole family really loves the products and depends on them. We can't imagine our lives without them. And it gives me extra to invest back into my business and to contribute to my family's lifestyle. So I love that I can do that from home or from anywhere where I am, and I can be really passionate about what I'm doing.
Cheryl Madigan, you nailed it. I love that. And I just love knowing that the purpose-filled part of what you're sharing, so many other women can relate to that. You know, how else are we impacting we're impacting our families, but how are we impacting our communities and therefore the whole world? And I think it's safe to say that your amazing communication and networking opportunities have given all of us the blessing to know you. And I'm so glad that this business has been a good fit for you. Awesome. Thank you so much for being with
Cheryl.
us.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Deb.
So we dream big. Cheryl shared her story, her business story, and how she's continuing to dream big as she moves into being a homeschool mom. We say, why network marketing? What are some of the perks of being a network marketing professional? And as our family has embraced that title, we choose to share with people some of the most important reasons why we are choosing this as a profession. It's a low startup cost with Young Living. With Young Living, to be a member and to share with others, the low startup cost is $160. And then if you choose to share with others, it is a minimum of $100 per month to be able to share with others. And that is investing in your own health. So it's a win-win. So I love that. The tax benefits are amazing for a home-based business. More and more, as we move into the next 5 to 10 years, more and more people are going to look at network marketing as a profession to share, because their benefits of a small-based business out of the home is amazing. You also get to choose who you work with. And for me, it is amazing. You know, I'm working with my family, and then as the community has grown to over 14,000 people, that community becomes family. And so that's awesome as you bring like-minded people into your life who choose to integrate Young Living products into their lifestyle. Travel opportunities are amazing. That for me is huge. We've just gotten back from an amazing 3-week trip to Europe and had an awesome time. People say, how was your trip? It's like, it was awesome. It really was. And we were able to work from, like Cheryl said, from wherever we were. Wi-Fi was pretty good most of the time, unless we were out and about on some small, tiny roads in Croatia, and then not so much. Also being your own boss. That's huge. You get to decide your hours of operation. That's amazing. We have no inventory. So if somebody chooses to purchase a lavender, they can go in and do that as a retail customer, or we're going to encourage them the discounted option of being a wholesale member. And last but not least, ability to leverage time. This industry, this profession, we like to call it, is one where it's residual income. So people are all working together to increase their business and be able to have a passive income stream. And that's ability to leverage time. You may need to take some time off from your hours of operation, but your team is still choosing their hours of operation. Things are going well. And so that's the leveraging of time that we love to teach people about this business.
As we transition into teaching for those people who are brand new to essential oils, just a quick history, I also want to say about travel opportunities. You know, Cheryl is going to head to the farm in Utah on an all expenses paid trip in September, just a few weeks away. And I just found out yesterday that in November I'll get to go to Ecuador to see the farm there as well. That's a place you've been before. So I'm really excited for the way Young Living invests in its members. And I'll say more about the farms in just a second. But for those of you who are brand new, know that essential oils are what we're talking about tonight. This is a volatile substance. This one is actually a blend of essential oils in a bottle called Magnify Your Purpose. But these have the natural smell and characteristics of the plant. Most of our oils come from steam distillation, which is the most pure way to get the oil out of the plant matter. But they're very, very potent, more potent than dried herbs, but also very versatile for supporting the body systems, our emotional system, and also for our spiritual mental health as well. Young Living has a global impact because we not only market in a lot of different countries, but we also have more than 16 corporate and partner farms. So we take very seriously the opportunity to work in the fields with the natural surroundings. When we were in Croatia, which you can see on the map here in front of you, off the boot of Italy is how I learned to find Croatia. When we were there and got to visit the farm in Split, the guy who was taking us around named Martin, he shared a really sweet piece about how Young Living's farm being there expanded the man's farming operation, Dominique's farming operation, which has impacted positively the village nearby, giving people more jobs, more opportunity, and just paying it like forward to the whole community.
Which for us, that was a real tribute to D. Gary Young, the late D. Gary Young, the founder. All he has done to help increase those acres of land in Croatia.
Or hectares, whichever, whatever metric system you're on.
And of course, helichrysum is one of the main plants growing there, and it was awesome to just walk through those fields this summer.
Gary established, along with the Young Living professionals, the Seed to Seal promise that says that every time you open a bottle of Young Living essential oils, you can bet that Young Living has monitored the process from seed to cultivation to harvest to distillation to chemistry of checking the oil and testing it to bottling it and shipping it. So we feel very, very confident that what you get is what you pay for. And so the quality of essential oils really, really does matter. We also want to clarify that when somebody asks me if I quit my job to sell oils, I'm really clear to say that's not how I see what I do. I really consider myself a health and business coach, helping people live their healthiest lives and their wealthiest lives as well. And we do this together as a family. That's most of our family there. And from duplicating our classes and our success to other teams, we've been able to really catch a ripple effect of success throughout the United States and beyond with our amazing and wonderful Living Well Now team. So many times people ask at this point, this all sounds really great, but let's get down to the nitty gritty. How does this business work? How do I get paid? How much money can I make? What do I have to do? And how do I start? So really simply, our business is based on a model that looks similar to this, as Mom mentioned earlier. We are working to build a model of residual income. That means that we don't have to know hundreds of thousands of people like a salesperson. We just need to know a few who know a few who know a few. So if you are listening to this call and you want to follow along with me, I want to give you a quick exercise, because a lot of times an excuse we hear or an obstacle people have to getting started with their business is that they don't know enough people. So really quickly, draw a circle with your name in the center. And then I want you to write down 5 names of people that we're going to write down 5 names. And the first name I want you to write down is the name of your hairdresser. And write down that person's name, even if they're not interested in essential oils right now or natural products. The second name I want you to write down is the name of a teacher that you know. Then I want you to write down the name of a stay-at-home mom that you know. And I want you to write down the name of somebody who works in the healthcare industry. Then I want you to write down the name of somebody that you know who has helped you in some way, who's given you support in some way. And then write down the name of someone who is a connector, someone who seems to know other people. Now, when you look at this list, this is only 5 or 6 names of people that you have encountered in your life. And you may or may not choose to talk to them about essential oils, but you could. And you can ask them directly if they want to support you by coming to a class and learning more about how essential oils can help them reach their health goals. Or you can ask them if they have any referrals for you. Now, that hairdresser, if you ask her to come up with names on how many hairdressers she knows, if she knows a teacher or 2, if she knows a mom or 2, if she knows somebody in the healthcare industry or 2, if you ask the teacher if they know any other teachers, if they know anybody else that's a connector, that's how this business grows, is person by person. They still say that the best form of advertising is word of mouth marketing. People pay a lot of money for fancy Super Bowl commercials, but when it comes right down to it, it's talking to one another and making recommendations, personal recommendations. And that's what we're doing in our business as well. So the basic way that we get paid is by using our products, sharing them with others, and recommending that they purchase a starter kit. When you help somebody create their own wholesale membership account with a premium starter kit, you earn a 25% commission on PV of all your personally enrolled members for their first 3 months. And in that very first month, you also earn a $25 bonus. So what that means is that now you have earned a minimum of $50 for helping somebody create their account with Young Living. That's such a much better value to you instead of purchasing an oil here or there for them. Or it's also a better value for your client or your friend because now they have their own wholesale membership account that they can order from anytime they want and get products at 24% off retail cost. Mm-hmm. So this continues to pay itself forward because when your friend introduces somebody, they earn $50, but you also earn a 10% or $10 thank you check from Young Living as well. So when you're first getting your business started, this is where the majority of your paycheck will come.
And I will just say here that the premium starter kit is the most economical option because you get 11 oils, you get a diffuser, and that's what we're talking about here for this commission opportunity, or we call a thank you check from Young Living, is sharing the premium starter kit. Who doesn't want a great economical deal?
Woo! So the compensation plan is paid out in the first 5 levels of your business. You can see that when you first get started, you can spend a minimum of $50 a month on Essential Rewards, which is our monthly loyalty earning or monthly loyalty purchasing program, and become a distributor just by ordering product every month. Or you can choose to become a star, and that's when you bump your orders up to 100 each month at least, and then you start to add other people to your organization who are also ordering product and get a total of 500 organizational group volume. That makes you a star. A senior star is 100 PV that you spend of your own money, but you help other people get connected to the product, and your OGV grows to 2,000. You become a senior star. And then at the executive level, your OGV doubles to 4,000, but you now have 2 people who are also helping other people get started with the business. And so those 2 people have groups of at least 1,000 PV or more, or OGV or more.
And that's where things get exciting because that's the team part, and together everyone accomplishes more. So you are a team and begin to build the excitement among each other.
Good. So sometimes people ask, and because we're talking about money tonight, as platinum leaders, we want to show you that the average monthly income of a platinum leader is $15,324. That's the average based on all the platinums in Young Living. You'll also notice that less than 0.1% are platinum leaders. So if you look for the median or average income that you would want to earn from your Young Living business, and if you want to make $500 a month or more, or $1,000 a month or more, you're looking at that executive or silver level. So again, if you are plugged into the system, you're duplicating success, these numbers are possible. As Richard Blissbrook always says, who's the author of The 4-Year Career, it's not everyone will hit the top rank of a company, but it takes a lot of self-motivation, a lot of discipline, and a lot of consistency to make that a reality. And if I could, I'd just like to recommend his book to you. If you haven't read it already, get a copy of it from the person who invited you to this call, or Kimmy Brooks' book, 4-Year Career for Women.
Awesome. And here's another piece of the puzzle for income opportunity. That's one thing we like about Young Living is there are different ways to have the residual income. And as you continue to grow your teams, another way is through this rising team bonus. Because as you share with people from the senior star to executive level, you're going to begin to get people who love the product and begin to recommend to others. So you use the product, you recommend, and you invite others to do the same. So in this picture, you can see that if you have 3 teams earning an OGV of 300 PV, or actually the organizational group volume of 3 different legs, you get another share of commission. And that for Young Living is around $50. So that's a place where, as you begin to build teams, you choose to learn more about this program from your enroller and or your sponsor.
Yeah, and it's worth an extra $300 in your check. So it's a great thing to become aware of as you're a senior star moving to executive, moving on to silver. So in our next conversation, let's talk about making a living doing this business. So as I shared at the beginning, I was a teacher for off and on for 10 years. I was also a stay-at-home mom for 7. And one of the things that I loved the most about that was being able to have a flexible schedule and spend time with my kids. When I went back to the classroom, I knew that I wouldn't be able to be as flexible. And I was also aware that I would have an income ceiling on my opportunity. I was a newly divorced single mom who didn't know how I was going to make ends meet when it became really apparent that Young Living was going to be an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. And so for a few years, I hustled and worked very smart in my hours outside of my school day, outside of my parenting time with my kids. And I built my business to gold level. And it was at that point that I was making twice as much in part-time hours than I was making as a full-time teacher. And so I was able to resign from my position so that I could get my life back, get my time back, and have that freedom to do the things that I wanted to do on my time. In those last few years, I've ranked to platinum, and that has provided my family opportunities that I never would have had I stayed in my classroom job. And I'm grateful for being able to go on vacation this summer or take my kids places with that abundance that's come from sharing Young Living with other people.
And I want to give a shout out to Angela right now, is that part-time on your fortune is huge. It's a goal to keep a focus on, because the ups and downs of network marketing profession happens. People say, oh, I'd like to do this. And then they say, oh, no, I don't want to put in the work and the time, and I don't choose to create the hours of operation. So really staying focused and focusing on that part-time on your fortune has been huge for you in not giving up and quitting. And so that is a shout out to you and to all the other people who also see that value as they continue to see the big goal and the big vision and what their why and purpose is. So
yeah,
love
awesome.
it.
Thank you. So let's talk for a minute about how to get started and plugging into the resources that are available. So our team, this is a picture of our family taken a while ago. Our children are a little bit bigger now.
It's time for a new picture.
Time to sub out a new picture, do a little editing. But we learned early on that it wasn't going to be our pizzazz that grew this team. Instead, if we could create a system that helped other people duplicate and find success, then that would be what carried on throughout our communities in the world. And so we teach a very specific system, similar to what Sarah Harnish talks about in Game Plan, similar to other successful entrepreneurs in Young Living. But we have resources on hand that we love to direct our new members to, including a private Facebook group for our members, and we do a really good job, I think, of teaching and training people to be successful.
And I love the word duplication, because a lot of people come into this business thinking they need to recreate or reinvent a new wheel. And what's awesome is that's not the success of this business. The success is to duplicate over and over, teaching the Essential Oils 101 class, or the Now I Have My Oils Now What, the 102 class, over and over to invite people to that. So that's huge in the duplication over particularly the last 6 years that we have found.
For sure. So one of the ways that we encourage people to get started right away is to get your account with the Premium Starter Kit and Essential Rewards Kit, or whatever you'd like to order on that first order. We want you to show people, look what I just picked up. This is so exciting. I'm starting a new health journey, or I've got a new opportunity that I'd love to tell everyone about. And you can do that through personal messaging people, inviting them to your first launch class. But you want to start listing out the people that are on your active candidate list. These are the people that that you want to teach and train to know how to use the products, but also know how to turn around and share the opportunity as well. We feel it's very important that you schedule at least 2 or 3 classes for your launch month or more, so that you have an opportunity to invite people to more than one. Inevitably, if you try to just book one class and everyone says they can make it and then nobody comes, it's super discouraging. So having another class to roll them into next is a great way for you to keep that momentum. And then the most important thing, I think, beyond starting to use the product yourself, is to start asking the people that you are spending time with, what is important to them? What are their needs? What is it that Young Living could help them out with? You know, I loved Cheryl sharing at the beginning today that it was about non-toxic lifestyle. It was about living wholly and fully, and with a whole boatload of products that she could use safely with her family. We all have that opportunity. And so let's hear what other people are working with and show them how we've done it in our families as well. A wholesale membership with Young Living, Mom, you mentioned that earlier.
Yes. Wow. And I just have to insert this. 12 years ago, when I created my account, it was $150 for the premium starter kit. It was 9 oils, and I needed to send away for my diffuser. So I am telling you, this is an amazing deal. Amazing deal. This many years later, $160, 11 oils. Also, the diffuser comes with the kit, and now thieves cleaner. Again, trying to get people to see the value of slowly taking the toxins out of our homes with the sample of the thieves cleaner, which lasts forever. So I love that new addition into the premium starter kit. So that's the amazing part. Also comes in the premium starter kit a couple of packets of Ningxia Red. This energy-filled drink has changed our family's life. People will say, well, tell me about Ningxia Red. What's it do? It is a sustained energy. It's not a spike and then a drop. It's a sustained energy that supports your cells, your immune system, your energy. Amazing. Daily, 1 to 2 ounces or more, depending on how I'm feeling, will depend on how the Ningxia that I am using every month. But it's amazing. So a couple samples of that.
We also encourage people to get onto our loyalty program. You know, you're ordering things anyway, or you're buying things at the store using your consumer dollars, like Cheryl said, to buy deodorant, to buy toothpaste, to buy your supplements. Most of the supplements that are on the shelves right now are pretty much worthless and don't actually connect to your body, and you end up, peeing out that extra supplementation that you aren't getting into your body to do what it's supposed to do. Many of our products are infused with essential oils, which makes the product more bioavailable in your body. And we do have information and classes about our supplements from time to time as well.
I do want to give a shout out right here to our teams that more and more people are showing new prospects and new members the value of getting on Century Rewards right away as they're creating an account, to see the value of purchasing for their store. So I love
and so many people get stuff to their houses all the time, right? Amazon comes, sometimes our food comes, sometimes, we get other things delivered. So it's nice to count on an Essential Rewards order of at least $50 a month. It's going to show up with the things that we need. Young Living has promotion levels at the 100, 190, 250, and 300 levels that allow you to have some oils and products that you might not have tried otherwise.
And I have to tell you a story here that I was so excited this week, because every month over the last 12 years, I try to order something I haven't ordered before. Now, believe it or not, the einkorn granola has not been on my priority list. Until this month, I was like, I am going to try that granola. And now I was like a little kid yesterday when my order arrived. It's like, yes, einkorn granola, again, to support my health journey as I am deciding what I'm going to take in for healthy choices, nutrition-wise. So again, think about what new products you choose. And as we close tonight, we know as a team, one of the things we feel so blessed about our Living Well Now team and also Young Living is the focus of serving people. If you change a focus from making money to serving more people makes the money come in. So we love that philosophy. We love that a part of Young Living and a part of Living Well Now is how do we serve others? How do we teach them the quality of life that the essential oil products can provide for themselves and their families? So we love that to close our time tonight.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will get this recording up later tonight, and then you can share it with your friends and family. It will be posted on the Event and Living Well Now page on Facebook, so please check there for it. Thanks again to Cheryl for helping us out with your story, girlie. Talk to you guys later.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.